Hey guys, it's Liezl Jayne. Today I'm going to be showing you what I eat in a day on Christmas Day. This is kind of a different what I eat in a day, but I thought it'd be really fun to show you what me and my family usually eat on Christmas Day. And I've tried to, over the last couple of years, I've tried to make these recipes a little bit healthier. So these are some of the healthy recipes that I really look forward to all year to eat around the Christmas time and that I eat on Christmas Day. So yeah, this is a little bit different, but I hope you guys enjoy seeing some of the healthier recipes that me and my family eat on Christmas Day. So the first thing that I start making on Christmas morning is the dessert. Well, I'll either bake it on Christmas Eve or in the morning on Christmas Day so that it's ready for Christmas lunch. This is my favorite healthy apple pie recipe, my healthy cinnamon apple pie. It's actually really easy to make too. First, I melt some coconut oil. I'm melting it by placing into a small bowl like I usually do and placing that small bowl into a larger bowl filled with hot water. It's a really easy way to do it. I'm using half a cup plus 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and once it's all melted you can remove the little bowl from the big bowl of water. So here I've got all of the dry ingredients measured out. To a mixing bowl, I'm adding 1 cup of almond flour, which is just ground up almonds, with 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. You can use vanilla powder or unsweetened vanilla extract, a little pinch of nutmeg, and also a pinch of sea salt. And you can mix all of the dry ingredients together until it's all well blended. Next, I'm adding 4 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. You could also use xylitol syrup or any other healthy syrup sweetener that you'd prefer. And the half a cup plus 1 tablespoon of melted coconut oil, that's 9 tablespoons in total. And just give that all a quick mix so that the coconut oil doesn't start to set before it gets mixed in. And then 3 eggs, just add them to the bowl and whisk them up with a fork into the batter until it's really well blended. And now for the final ingredients, I'm adding half a cup of roughly chopped pecan nuts. You can also use walnuts instead, both are really good. With a 1/4 cup of unsweetened raisins, just mix it all up. And then I'm adding about 2 cups of packed thin apple slices. That's about 3 small apples or about 2 medium to large apples. And you do want to slice them quite thinly like I have. I have used Golden Delicious apples, but you can use whatever you prefer. I've greased a pie dish with just a little bit of coconut oil, just a very small amount, and I'm pouring the batter in and just spreading it out a bit on the top. And then it will magically turn into a healthy Christmas apple pie. No, I'm just kidding, but almost. Just place it in an oven that you've preheated to 180 degrees Celsius or about 360 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 to 35 minutes until it's looking a little bit golden on top. You'll know it's ready when you can pierce it with a sharp knife and the knife comes out clean. So then the pie is ready and your kitchen will smell like cinnamon apple pie, which is just the best. And you can eat it warm, fresh out of the oven, or you can serve it at room temperature a little bit later, or heat it up later, whatever you like. So I will save it for later to have with my family for dessert after Christmas lunch. And then I'll show you exactly how I like to eat it at dessert time. So for breakfast around the Christmas season and also on Christmas Day, I like to have either my healthy Christmas oatmeal, which I did show you guys recently. I will link that recipe video below, or this healthy vanilla cranberry smoothie. Because, well, I do live in South Africa and around Christmas it's the middle of summer, so having a smoothie on Christmas Day is not that strange to me, but I do still like to try to keep it festive. And if you don't know what to do with all those extra cranberries around the holidays, then this is perfect. To start, I'm adding 1 medium banana to my blender with about half a medium avocado. You could also use about half a cup or so of plain yogurt instead of the avocado. With half a cup of frozen cranberries, the most important ingredient. I'm using half a cup of unsweetened almond milk as well, but you can use half a cup of whatever milk you'd prefer. I use 1 teaspoon of pure maple syrup to sweeten it, but you can add yours to taste. You can add more if you like. Cranberries do tend to have quite a bitter taste without sweetener, so I definitely add some cinnamon, about a 1/4 teaspoon, and also about half a teaspoon of vanilla powder or unsweetened vanilla extract. Blend it all up until it's smooth, and then you can add some ice cubes as you need. If you use frozen banana and the frozen cranberries, then you might not even need to add ice cubes. And after blending it again, you can serve it into a glass, and there you have yourself a nice little Christmassy vanilla cranberry smoothie. One of my favorite holiday breakfast recipes. My family always has a big roast for lunch. We roast a whole lot of things and have a big feast. To start, I'm making some spicy sweet carrots as one of the side dishes. I'm using about 6 medium-sized carrots, which I have peeled and chopped up. For the sauce, I'm mixing 1 teaspoon of cooking oil with 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of ginger powder, a little pinch of paprika, some black pepper and some sea salt, and just mix it all together until it's well blended, and also add a little bit of fresh lemon juice, just a little squeeze of that. Mix it up and pour the sauce over the carrots and toss them together on a baking tray, and you can place that in an oven that you've preheated to 180 degrees Celsius or about 360 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes or as you need to. And then for some green veggies, to me, green beans and Brussels sprouts feel the most Christmassy out of the green vegetables. I've washed and prepared about 600 grams of each of these vegetables. I just halved the Brussels sprouts and cut the little ends off the green beans. I did show you guys my spicy, sweet, flavorful Christmas vegetables the other day. I will link that recipe below. But these I'm doing a little bit more simple to go with the dinner as a whole. I'm just doing 1 teaspoon of oil, sea salt, black pepper, and also a little squeeze of fresh lemon juice, and roasting that in the oven with the carrots at about 180 degrees Celsius, 360 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes or until they are done. And after roasting for 20 to 30 minutes, the spicy sweet carrots are done, and so are the Brussels sprouts and the green beans. And then I also cooked a big pot of rice and also some super crispy, healthy roasted potatoes. I used a whole lot of potatoes because they are the most popular part of Christmas lunch in my family. I do about 10 or 12 or so potatoes for my whole family and peel and halve and quarter them as needed. My secret essential ingredients for super crispy, flavorful roasted potatoes is white balsamic vinegar. Very important, and it gets the flavor right into the potatoes while they cook. You can add according to how many potatoes you do, but I do a few tablespoons, like 4 or 5 or as needed. Sea salt and black pepper, of course, and then also onion powder is the other most important ingredient. A few teaspoons of that or as needed to go with the whole amount of potatoes. I do about 3 or 4 teaspoons. And then also about a tablespoon of cooking oil to go with my mountain of potatoes. Just cover the potatoes and all of those ingredients in a baking dish and roast them for about 60 minutes or even more if you need to get them super crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. And then my family always roasts a chicken for Christmas lunch as well. The secret ingredients my mom and granny have always used for roasting a Christmas chicken are some apples. That's the secret ingredient. We like using golden delicious apples, about 5 or 6 apples, and then also do some onions, about 5 to 6 onions, and a handful of fresh thyme, about 10 grams of that, about 2 to 3 tablespoons of white balsamic vinegar, and sea salt and black pepper. Just stuff and cover the chicken with those ingredients, and you can slow roast it for about 2 hours or so at 160 degrees Celsius or about 340 degrees Fahrenheit. And when it's starting to get a little bit crispy on the outside and it's done, you can slice it up and serve it. I will put the full recipes for the roasted potatoes and also the roasted chicken on my blog, as well as all of the other recipes. And then when everything is ready, we will start to dive in and start eating. So what you want to do is serve some slices of the roast chicken with the roasted apples and the roasted onion. All of the flavors go so well together. You just got to get a little bit of everything with some roasted green vegetables, some sweet spicy carrots. Got to get the crispiest of the potatoes. My family always fights over the potatoes. Some brown rice, some gravy over the rice and also the chicken. I will put the gravy recipe up on my blog for you guys as well. I try to make it a little bit healthier as well. And that's what me and my family like to eat for Christmas lunch, as well as the recipes that I showed you in my last holiday recipes video, which I will link below. So after lunch, it's dessert time, the best time of the day as far as food goes, in my opinion. So we'll heat and slice up the cinnamon apple pie, get myself a nice big slice, you know I'm gonna, a little bit of healthy coconut cream. I will also link my coconut cream recipe on my blog for you and dig in. And I love this apple pie recipe of mine so much. It's one of my favorite holiday desserts that I've been making for years. It's such a classic Christmas recipe to me. A little sprinkle of cinnamon over the coconut cream is really nice too. The tea that I like to drink around the holidays is chai tea or vanilla chai tea because it's a bit more festive than regular tea. I like to drink it with some unsweetened almond milk, a teaspoon of pure maple syrup or coconut sugar, and even the tiniest little pinch of cinnamon is really yummy too. And Rob likes it the same way as me. The other cup is for him. Okay, so my aunt usually used to bring over some fresh cherries on Christmas Day that we would all have after lunch when I was growing up. So I like to have it now. I like to have my little bowl of fresh cherries in the late afternoon on Christmas Day. Just a little family tradition, I guess. So that's my little healthy Christmas Day snack. After lunch and dessert and everything, my family usually spends some time together and just chills out, and we'll usually have some leftovers from Christmas lunch for dinner. So I'll usually have another plate of Christmas lunch in the evening, and then I'll usually have another slice of healthy cinnamon apple pie or a slice of my healthy sticky toffee pudding that I showed you guys in my other healthy holidays recipe video. Those are my two favorite healthy Christmas desserts. And that is what I usually eat on Christmas Day, what me and my family like to eat around the festive season. I will also have all of these recipes over on my blog for you, including the full recipes for the potatoes, the chicken, the pie, and everything else. And I will link my other healthy holidays recipe video below for you too. So that is what I eat on Christmas Day, usually with my family, and kind of the recipes that I eat around the Christmas time. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing my healthy apple pie recipe, which is just one of my favorites. I love it so much. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you again very soon.